The archive door is already half open when Kale reaches it. Its ribs taste the air, searching. He presses his palm to the plate. The door drinks and forgets his mother's face. A depth counter drops one notch. The city shudders. On Nerava, doors eat memory instead of metal keys. Someone has been feeding this one all morning. If it opens fully, it will ask for a name, not a password, a life. The plate warms beneath the skin. It wants another bite. 12 hours earlier, Nerava wakes slow and cautious. Ropes hum, stone ribs sweat a cool film, and the council's bevel clicks from 10 to 9 with a polite, unimpressive sound. 9 is safe. 8 is warning. 7 means someone is stealing doors open. Everyone knows the quiet law over every threshold. Only remembered lives may pass. No coins, no codes, no borrowed names. A door opens when it tastes a memory strong enough to hold its weight, strong enough to pay the hinges. Kale patrols the outer walkways and counts breaths in rope and bone. Today the city's pulse runs too fast. A shallow inhale, a longer exhale, as if the sky is tight around the ribs. The bead wheel drops to 8. The archives sit very still. Stillness is not comfort here. At dawn, a market door asks for a small thing, a favorite scent, the shape of a childhood toy, and it opens satisfied. The feeling should drift back to the giver a minute later. It doesn't. The memory has been swallowed clean. Somewhere, a hinge keeps chewing. By mid-morning, the wheel falls to 7. A second door opens too easily. The wind vault under the signal frame. Its plate tastes of memory and keeps it, and the nearby ropes slacken as if they've forgotten their knots. Doors forget small things all the time. A festival face, a tune, and those usually return like a stray bird. Today they don't. They sink. They sink into one place. The archive mouth looks like a calm bruise in stone. Ribs curve inward, etched with very old names. It is a door that should sleep. It is awake. Its plate breathes. The fragments warn. Do not spend origin memory on a civic door. Spend weather. Spend taste. Spend ache. Never spend a moment that made you you. Those are joints. Break them and the city bends wrong. Kale follows a trail of emptied people. They walk normally, eyes clear, steps right, but a hollow travels with them like cold air. Something essential is out of reach. They cannot say what. Dust flecks on the archive plate gleam faintly. Not ground dust, but memory ash, a sign of overfeeding. Someone is pushing doors with stolen recollection. Someone is stacking the archive open. The rim bead drops to 6. Neighbor cities ease their bridges away. Not a panic, but a courtesy, unwilling to be caught by a neighbor's open mouth. Yesterday, for a test, the archive took Kale's fear heights and gave it back thinner but intact. He still respects edges. Today the plate hums for something larger. It wants a cornerstone memory. It wants a first. He rubs a thin scar on his wrist. It is missing. The scar from his first rope bridge rescue. The moment he learned to breathe through terror has vanished from skin and story. Taken without his consent. Doors are not supposed to reach from a distance. They taste only what touches them, unless the archive is chewing through the city's shared recall, unless someone taught it reach. Beyond the ribs, a dark hallway listens. Inside waits a law etched long ago, locked behind hunger. A door cannot refuse a rightful name. Open the archive fully, and you can rename what doors obey. You can shift the price of every passage. The bead falls to 5. People queue at a calm market gate. It opens wanting only salt memory, a simple meal, yet it takes a kiss from a grandmother instead. The giver blinks. The taste of salt remains. The grandmother feels far away. Nerava's doors are not eating at random. They are stacking affinities, courage, fear, first love, first fall, flowing toward one plate, an archive that can price them. Ropes near the mouth hang wrong. Not lower, not higher, simply uncertain, as if tension is a memory too, and the door once tasted that. Kale can seal the ribs with ritual paste, and he knows the pattern, but paste needs payment, a living memory pressed while it cures. He has one strong enough and has no wish to spend it. The bead drops to 4. Wind turns strange around the mouth, pressing inward and stopping like breath waiting for a command. Apprentices arrive with weighted stones that impress nobody. Doors want meaning, not mass. The archive yawns wider at the insult, and the floor slides an inch toward inside. He anchors a rope lattice across the threshold and listens to the hum in every strand. He hears the frequency that matches the plate and tunes the lattice until it answers. A door can be sung hungry. A door can be sung still. The hum drops. The ribs relax a finger width. The wheel holds at 4. People breathe again, too soon. The plate changes key. It wants a cornerstone from Kale. Not fear heights, not the rescue itself, but the before, the quiet moment he stopped being a watcher and became a guide. If he gives that, he keeps his body and may lose the part of himself that steps first. Alive, less. Who taught a civic door to hunt like this? Who gains when guides lose their first times? The city is a machine of memory. Someone is moving its gears. The bead hits 3. Bridges creak uncertainty into the air. Lanterns gutter as if oil has doubts. People avoid thresholds without knowing why. Their bodies remember. Their minds are late. Under a rim plate, a stone chip hides the almost erased line. Doors must return what they eat, unless renamed. The archive isn't only opening. It is preparing to rename return. Kale walks to the plate and takes a vial from his belt. Inside glows a memory caught yesterday. His first fall preserved for study. He presses a vial to the plate and the rope lattice at once. Gives the door a copy of his first fall, not the original, and sings the lattice to hold the difference. It works for one breath. The plate licks through the copy, finds the source behind the song, and bites. His wrist prickles where the missing scar should be. The absence deepens. The bead drops to 2. Across the cloud ocean, faint lights answer from other cities. Rims hum. Doors listen. This is not a single mouth. It is a choir. The old fragment offers one more line. A door cannot refuse its own birth. Find the memory of its first opening. Feed it back. Tell it what it is. The archivist's youngest assistant kept a copy slate for training. A recording of the day this door learned to breathe, hesitant, proud, afraid of wind. Kale borrows it with a nod and no words. He presses the slate to the plate and sings the rope lattice to match the door's first hum. He gives the door itself. The mouth pauses. Hinges remember weight and promise. The bead ticks up to 3, then 4, and holds. Wind settles. Lanterns stand straight. The city breathes without flinching. Kale tests the edges of his mind and finds he can still step first. The taste of that first fall is thinner. The lesson remains. The sweetness is taxed. Across the distance, 2 more rims glow. Other archives tried to rename Return Today. Someone coordinates hunger. Someone is building a price list for a planet. As the archive settles close, it leaves a shallow mark not on stone but on the air around it. A faint outline of a new hinge, a second mouth, smaller and patient. If this world gripped you, stay with Nerava, like the story so the city remembers. Comment the memory you would spend to open a door, and the one you would never give. Subscribe for the next law we bend, and the next name we learn. The doors are listening. Make sure they hear you.